Free-to-play players, the Dragon Ice Gym is upon us, and I have what you need.
Gotta catch 'em all.
What's good? It's your boy Rico, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. And just like I stated, the Dragon Ice Gym is here. And what is the most difficult thing for being a free-to-play player? Well, with the recent buff of all these dragons that just hit super hard, and in the gym everything is just intensified, how do we survive? How do we get the 30 wins? How do we get the rewards? Because this game, frankly, for whales like me, it is pay to win. So if you're a free-to-play player, it's really difficult for you to pretty much play an Ubers match. Well, the opponent basically has Ubers and you basically don't have anything. Well, like I said, I have what you need. But before we even get into that, I want to show you guys something scary, something absolutely terrifying that Kenny showed me. All right, take a look at this. Now, to date, according to KW and according to the N Clan, this is the highest rated player in Pokemon Duel. Look at that, 4.487. That is insane. That is, I can't even fathom what it is even like to get to 4,000. Like, I've only gotten to 3.75. Like, that's insane. But anyway, let's get back into this video. Now, I love when we have the gym, primarily because the one and only KW, Kenny, the man, always puts out the gym prep videos, basically telling you guys what decks he's gonna run, and the decks he makes are just so cool. And he also helps you guys out. He goes over all the figures, all the ice figures, all the dragon figures, and kind of just like, this is what you guys should run. So the only issue with that is that, you know, most people don't have as many figures as he does. So he does the deck prep. I think I kind of want to cater to, you know, the free-to-play players. I've done a couple videos on gyms for free-to-play players, and there is one theme that's always around. There's one mon that's always in the conversation, and that is Vibrava. So I got a couple matches that I want to show you guys. First, let me show you the deck that we were running in the Orbital Hall. So here's the deck that I was running that I think most free-to-play players should have. Everybody should have Vibrava at this point. Well, I mean, if you're playing since, I don't know. I think most people have Vibrava. Most people should have a Alolan Sandshrew and a Alolan Sandslash, unless you're brand new to the game, because we got this in the Queen's Cup. Gumi is it's a common figure. I think most people have Gumi, and then Zoro. I don't know about Zoro. If you don't have Zoro, I think Zoro is actually very. I'm gonna tread softly when I say this. I think Zoro is pretty viable right now because of the current meta, because everything hits so hard. But Zoro is Zoro, and if you guys know me, I hate Blaziken. My hate for Blaziken might be replaced by Zoro. Zoro's good because he can switch whenever because of the illusion, and he has the cross counter. If you hit for 110, you get KO'd. However, look at this wheel. Like, over 50% of the wheel is not cross counter. And Zoro never wants to hit cross counter. Not for me, and it pisses me off, okay? But we have the Vibrava, who's going to be 3 MP in the gym. If you guys don't know what Vibrava is, you should, because Vibrava's ability, your opponent's Pokemon cannot pass by this Pokemon with an MP move. If the opponent's Pokemon uses an MP move this turn and is next to this Pokemon, it cannot attack. Your turn basically ends. And then we have the Alolan Sandshrew and the Alolan Sandslash with the not the Sandville, but the, what is it, Snow Cloak, the ability. So if you can't attack into it because they can go right under you. And then Gumi has 2 MP, and look at this wheel. Mine is chained to 10 because I've had him since launch, or level 5 because I've had him since launch. It's a lot of cubes, man. But I chained him to 10 to get the, no, I didn't. No, I chained him to 10. I don't have him Carminited. But look how big the Slippery Swap is. Slippery Swap is this Pokemon switches places with a battle opponent. Oh, and he also has the ability Gooey. Pokemon that battle this Pokemon gain weight. So I want to show you guys 2 matches against 2 YouTubers. And since we're talking about Kenny doing the deck prep, the first match is against Kenny. So give me 1 second while we put in the Duel ID so we can watch that match. Alright guys, we are back, and like I said, the first match is against your boy Kenny. I can't wait to see what his explanation is on this deck that he is running right now. I've actually kind of dabbled, we're going to stop real quick. I've actually dabbled into the Kyurem White and the Mega Rayquaza as well. I was dabbling into it last night, and I got absolutely destroyed by Mischievous. I think she is uploading a video against me. Oh, sorry, I already gave it away. She destroyed me. But she will be uploading that. And if you guys want to see that match, her link to her channel is in the description below, so please go check that out. But so Kenny is rocking the Mega Ray. He's got the, I think it's the, yeah, he's got the white. He's got the Kyurem white. He's got the twins and Alterias. And the issue that I was having running this deck, a similar deck, actually I think it was, no, it was this deck, but it didn't have the Zek. Or no, it did have the Zek. No, it didn't. It did not have the Zek, actually. Why was I not running Zek? But the issue with this, I was running another Altaria. The issue with this deck is the Altarias were too, well, my Altarias were consistently hitting Perish Song, and I kept getting excluded. It was a terrible night. But he's got, let's see, Double Chance, Scoopa, Max. He's got the DNA Splicers, Meteoric Teachings, and the Dragon Flame. And the good thing about Meteoric Teaching is once you lose your Mega Ray, it just becomes unused. That's insane. That's insane. But let's watch how this match unfolds. And the reason why I like this deck right here, it's such a chess match when you throw in Vibravas and Sandshrews or Sandslash. When you throw in monsters you cannot safely attack into, all the whales or people who, you know, have all the figures that rely on power, they kind of have to go plan B. So let's watch how this goes. Ideally, you want to have the Vibravas against, we're going to stop real quick, I just want to talk about the deck. Ideally, you want to have Vibrava against mons that will soar through other figures. So the reason why I put Vibrava on this side is because if he were to change forms, then his Kyurem White can go through mons, and then same with the Rayquaza. But if I have Vibrava, it kind of shuts them down. If I were to bring in like the Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Sandslash, they'd easily be able to take my entry points. So keep that in mind. Good play there. So the reason why I brought up Sandshrew was because if he decides to take the entry point, I'm going to surround with the Zoro, but he doesn't. And he DNA Splicers here, and it's a good for me because now it's 6-on-5. So the reason why I decided to move Gumi up on the right side is because I have a heavy purple and I can move up. I can safely move up here without any problem. And then my boy K-Dub, he first game of the day makes a mental mistake, attacks into the Sandshrew, and gets mad because of the ability, and Max revives right away. So now he's going to shut me off. I'm like, nope, I want to come back. I don't want you to attack into me. So now I'm going to do it again. And he moves back, and we're kind of just filling each other out. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. He's trying to think of what he wants to do. He does not attack me there, surprisingly, which is okay. So I hurdle here. Now I force game, and now he is going to... He's going to Mega, and now he can go through me. Because he's already right next to me. My nose is like super itchy. So now I'm going to threaten game here, and I kind of want to stop right here, and I want to talk about this real quick. So I threaten game here. Now what I could have done was I could have DC, like the plan was to DC Slippery Swap on the Altaria and pretty much GG boys, because Gumi's ability is the Pokemon that battle this Pokemon cannot gain weight. I totally forgot about that. Kenny totally forgot about that. So what I'm trying to do in this situation right now is I am trying to have this entry point sealed off, because if I were to Slippery Swap, again, remember that we forgot that he gains weight. If I were to KO him, he would move the Altaria on right here, and I wanted Vibrava to be able to take the entry point. So we were trying to get rid of this thing, so that's why I didn't do it right away. But he moves it, I take the entry point, and I'm like, okay, now, since he moved up, now is the perfect chance to do it, because now I can take the entry point the following turn. So I DC here, go for the Slippery Swap, get the Slippery Swap, and I'm like, cool, if he moves the Altaria onto the goal, then we can, because Kenny's not running a goal block. If he moves the Altaria to the goal, we can take the entry point, and it's pretty much GG boys the following turn. But the weight, I was like, oh yeah, he has weight, and that's pretty much GG boys. There is nothing that my boy Kenny can do. So GG's to Kenny. Like I said, mental mistake at the beginning, first game of the day. I understand. All right, give me 1 second. Let's jump into game number dos. All right, guys, we are back with game number 2, and we are going up the one and only Giggity Gaming. Giggs and I, we played 2 games. We played 2 matches during the stream. And let's take a look at his deck. His deck is not necessarily similar to Kenny's, but he's got the Altaria, he's got the Swablu, and then he has the Shaman Landform, because you know exactly what he's going to do. He's just going to wreak havoc with his Mega Ray. That's the ultimate plan of this deck, but let's see how my deck plays off against it. I don't really fear it that much because I do have the Zoro. I move up here because I have the hurdle jump to see if he's going to fall for it, but he doesn't. He's a smart player, so we have to take the entry point here. And this is, I kind of want to talk about this right here. I think it's good to put the Altaria right here in the center because I thought he was going to, it gives him options. Depending on whatever I do, he can be aggressive with the Altaria. But he didn't. But he does not, which is fine. So we're going to cut off this Mega Ray. Does not have a hurdle. I don't think he has a hurdle. Yeah. And here he goes. He brings this figure on. Like I said, it's okay. We have the Zoro. Zoro is fine. Well, actually, he can't even attack right here because of Vibrava's ability. So if he decides to get the fly, we can cheese him. Well, not necessarily cheese him, but he'll die. I'm like, all right, all we got to do, let's hit that cross. That's the story of today, man. My Zoro was not hitting anything at all. At all. And it was pissing me off. So when that happens, and this happened like game 1, same thing happened. My Zoro died. I switched. It died. I max revive. I put it on there again. He attacks again, and he kills my Zoro. That was the first game. But now we have to goal block here, so I goal block. Huge mistake right here. But Giggs, for some reason, does not see the surround on the Sand Slash. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm like, all right, Zoro, please. Like, just please do it. Please. Thank you. We finally get it. We finally hit it. I think that's like the only time. Maybe once or twice this whole entire morning. But missed play right there, Kenny. Or Giggs. Get the swap here. Pair song. Cannot swap. That Vibrava there was very key. Get the poison, which is good. Now he's got weight. Now he's poisoned. The good thing is that this Altaria's will is a huge miss. That's the only good thing from that. He max revives here. I don't know why he didn't just put him on the entry point or attack me. Oh, because he wanted. Yeah, that's why. I think he just wanted that unlimited, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think he should have just attacked Megumi because he has the favorable odds of taking out Megumi. I don't know why he didn't. I guess he just wanted to secure the Shaman there first, which is fine. But now we can cut off this Mega Ray because we know what he's going to do. And we're going to attack here because of the I forgot what his attack is. The white attack that Zoro did there. But yeah, he's got a huge miss. Attacks Megumi. The good thing here is he gains weight. So we get the swap. He gets the gold, like I said. Probably should have done that with the original Rayquaza. But now he has weight, and now what do I do here? I think I move up my Vibrava. Yeah, move my Vibrava up one spot because this see, I just want to talk about it. I think that move was brilliant because I knew he wanted to do something with that Mega Ray. I think he should have just moved up the Swablu there, but because I had my Vibrava here, if Mega Ray wanted to attack here, he would get surrounded. If he wanted to attack here, maybe he should have attacked my Sandshrew. But he moves over here and forgets about the ability, and I'm able to surround it. Now I take the entry point here, and then I come off. What happens here? I don't remember what happens. Oh, yeah, here. So I hit the dodge, or no, I hit the protect, and then we surround him. And then Giggs moves right here, and this is typical Giggs. Typical Giggs right there. Moves off the entry point, and what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to take the entry point, and like typical Giggs, he has that threatening play that nobody, well, that people like me who are not really aware of the game miss the counterattack. So I take the entry point, and I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, I just lost. But Vibrava's ability, man. Swablu, he could have he could have countered attacked because he could move 1, 2, 3, 4. But I have the Vibrava, and he can't go through me. So I was like, oh, we're still in this. Now, if I survive this roll right here, we can move right next to the Altaria, and we do. And I'm like, all right, Sandshrew, give me one more survive, buddy. Survive one more roll for me. And we do. We get the pair song, and Sandshrew goes ham here. Sandshrew and Sandslash are pretty good. They have 70. They have 70. A 70 spinner, 60 to 70 spinner, which is absolutely insane. I don't know how I feel about running this deck in the gym, but I hope if you are a free-to-play player, I hope you can somewhat consider this deck because of just see how Vibrava does. Like I said in the beginning of this video, Vibrava makes it such a chess match. Like these people actually have to think. Now for me, I'm probably just gonna be running some cheese, you know, like some dragons I can just soar through mons. But I hope you guys found that useful. If you don't have those figures, I would suggest getting Vibrava. Vibrava is a great investment, especially for the gyms. Something that would help that deck is probably a figure that can soar through figures, maybe like a Rotom or some other like Coco, just something that can set up like the Shop at Wall Cheese. But we're gonna cut it there. I hope you guys have a great. It's not the weekend; it's only the 4th. So. Those of you who are in the U.S., happy 4th of July. This is where we celebrate our Independence Day. If you are not in the U.S., I hope you take this opportunity just to celebrate independence. Be independent. Do your own thing. Work on your goals. But we're going to cut it there then. All right, guys? Peace.